I'm working on today is a 1999 Honda Accord EX, and this is the O-ring for the oil dipstick. That is the part number for it. Went to the dealer and got it for a couple, $3 I suppose. But that's the part number for the O-ring, and let's have a look and see what that looks like to take to repair. Oh boy, there it went. Okay, so what I did is I removed the alternator. I took it and had the brushes redone in it. That's all it really needed, but what we're working on here is this dipstick. It's got a slight leak on there. I've done some other service on here, so it's a good time to do this kind of thing. I've removed the alternator. I got the wires all out of the way. I loosened up the power steering reservoir, okay? And of course all these wires are loose so that you can get to things, because this stuff is a tight fit. I'm going to move this down in here so you can see. That's the bolt for it right there. I've got it loose. I'm about to take it out. Now to put that bolt back in there is quite a chore with the alternator installed and the belt on. With the alternator off and the belt off and all this junk loose, I can stick my hand in there. I can stick my hand right in here and grab that bolt, okay? Take that bolt out. Anyway, I can get that bolt out. It's almost out right now, but you don't want to drop it. It's not a disaster if you drop it, but it's going to fall down in the places where you're difficult to get to, and that's hard. So what I do is I hold the dipstick with one hand and take the dipstick out, okay, and just hold the dipstick housing with one hand right here where my thumb is, because I need two hands. And the other one, I hold the end of the bolt. I hold that bolt in there with my finger like this, and I remove it with the bolt still on it, okay? And that way it's not going to go flopping and out and falling in a crack somewhere you can't find it. Okay, so I got the bolt out. Now, this is not the original bolt for this. I went and scrounged around in all the bolts I've got, and I found one that had a graduated end on it like this. It's easier to install a bolt like this in that type of situation because you can actually get it in the hole and thread it after you get it in the hole. The original bolt that's on there, the end is a square end like this, and you have to thread it perfectly. You have to have it lined up perfectly to get it to start. It's difficult to start, blind with the end of your finger. So go dig around and find a bolt that has a graduated end. This is not a structural bolt. All it does is hold this dipstick in there. That's it, okay? So anyway, we're going to replace that O-ring that's there. It's pretty nasty. Now, I've already had this out previously and had to order the part, so I've taken it out again and doing some other service at the same time. So, and I always use this stuff here, assembly goo, to put O-rings and things. That's what that stuff is. It's trans gel. It'll dissolve in the oil. It won't damage anything or clog up any filters. If you use grease, grease clogs up filters. So we don't want to use grease. Use some trans gel or just some Vaseline or some more, just regular motor oil will work too. And if you have a magnet handy, a magnet would be a lifesaver with this. If you get it loose enough, you can actually turn it a little bit with a magnet. If you have one of those flexible magnets, that'll work too. So this is just some ideas about how to get this done. Anyway, y'all have a good day. Take it easy. Bye.